Who doesn't love pickleball these days? Well, an event coming up will give you the opportunity to play for a good cause. Meals on Wheels of Somerville is hosting their inaugural Dink and Deliver Classic Pickleball Tournament in just 2 weeks. The event's proceeds directly support the Meals on Wheels of Somerville's mission, addressing hunger and isolation by providing meals, companionship, and specialized programs without government funding. Crystal Bavell, Executive Director of Meals on Wheels of Somerville, is here with me now to chat all about it. Crystal, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, pickleball's all the rage right now.
Totally.
So why pickleball for this fundraiser?
So as I'm sure the community is kind of aware, and we love and appreciate all the oyster roasts and the golf tournaments and the galas, we thought, how can we kind of do something different? We lost our golf tournament during COVID, and we wanted to bring something back online that would serve the mission and serve the community in maybe a different way. Then the Pickle Bar was going to have their grand opening, and we were super excited, reached out, and this kind of has all fallen into place. And the community has really responded with the excitement. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it coming up soon.
It's such a cool space, by the way. We were out there for a story a few months ago when they first opened.
Oh, yeah.
Somerville's very lucky to have that out there.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's definitely busy.
So talk to me about this event, everything we can expect.
So it's going to be a 2-day event. The men's and women's doubles will be on Saturday. There'll be a live band. The stretch zone will be there to kind of like loosen those muscles between games. So that'll be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be great. We do have a few vendors that'll have some representation there. And then Sunday it'll be the mixed doubles, so that'll be a little bit of a shorter day, but we're excited about that as well. Gosh, we've had such great sponsorships, so we'll be able to showcase some of them in the community, but it should be a great time.
So this is April 13th and 14th.
Correct, Saturday and Sunday.
Talk to me about the impact that this is hopefully going to make.
Sure, this is huge for us. Again, it's kind of our first inaugural event and hopefully a signature event that we can carry out year after year. We had a 21% increase in requests for service last year, as well as, you know, with the 7.2% increase in inflation on food costs. This just kind of hopes to bridge that gap that we're experiencing out there in the community.
How many people do you serve?
We serve almost 300 clients. If they're in Somerville, we go there. So all the way into Dorchester County, some areas, or all of Dorchester County, I'm sorry, some of Charleston County and Berkeley County. We kind of touch all those little pockets. And since we're not government funded, again, I think there's such an outcry for help from a lot of our isolated seniors that we're even reaching some people out of our serving area just to make sure they're not sitting on waiting lists and not able to eat from other programs.
If people are unfamiliar about everything that Meals on Wheels does, can you explain a little bit about how this works? Sure.
So Meals on Wheels of Somerville is sort of a unique non-government funded program. If you think of Meals on Wheels of America, it's very national, but each program kind of runs independently. We went non-government funded so that we didn't have to have age criteria or income criteria, which kind of makes that specific. We do send out 2 meals on Monday, 2 meals on Wednesday, and 2 meals on Friday. That changed because of COVID. We were doing a 1 delivery day a week to keep everyone safe, and the feedback came back that, you know, it's been great. We can schedule doctor's appointments. I can pick what I eat each day, which you don't really think about. And so we've kind of adopted this new procedure, which has been that sweet spot. Gosh, we partner with people like Panera, who gives us end-of-day goods that don't sell, goes out the very next day. Crumble does the same thing for us. So it's kind of really a collaborative effort in the community, but it's pretty special.
And this is more than just food, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
How does this positively impact your clients?
So again, I think because we're not government funded, we don't have those really nice vans and the hired drivers. We really rely heavily on our over 200 volunteers. They drove over the distance of what it would be to go to California and back 7 times last year, just to serve our clients in their own cars, using their own gas on their own time. And when they go, they don't just like drop the meal. They're like, hey, you know, what else can I do? They're getting the mail. They're walking the trash to the end of the street. So it really is that relationship for sure.
And it's an overall well-being that you're trying to improve.
Totally.
Because that isolation can be so hard.
Totally. The companionship, the quality of life, it really does go hand in hand. The food's important. You need to eat, but it's definitely not the only thing that helps you thrive in life.
So this Dink and Deliver tournament, April 13th and 14th. How is this all going to work? Talk to me about the day of details.
So Katie Mel, who is sort of the tournament director, is partnering again with the Pickleball. So all registration goes through a particular app. You put the app on your phone, you show up, you check in, which should hopefully be seamless. You go and play, it tells you what court, and then depending on who wins and loses, it tells you the next time to play, the next court. You go on through elimination. At the end, you know, we've got some pretty medals to pass out. So everyone does get a swag bag, and they do get a t-shirt, a commemorative t-shirt, so that should be fun too. And we'll have some great raffle items.
How can people sign up?
So you can go to our website at mowsomerville.org. You can see sort of on the top there, you can learn about it and register as well. That's probably the easiest way. If anyone does have complications, you will need a duper account, which some people are like, I don't know what that is. It's a super simple, free thing to get. It just kind of starts you in the ranking process of the tournament world. We can help you with all of that. So just call the office or send us an email. Katie's also available, so she can answer any questions. But yeah, get signed up. We're super excited.
And while we have you here, what can other people help with? Maybe if they're not pickleball players, can they help Meals on Wheels of Somerville in other ways?
Sure. So we have some smaller groups that do like food drives, or things like Easter come up and we stuff little eggs occasionally when we have extra hands to help. Just all the little, we have an animals program, so we have a high schooler that comes and sort of measures out dog food and cat food that goes out once a month. So there's a lot of little behind the scenes feel good opportunities to kind of touch people when things matter most to them. I think that's when it's most organic and sustainable, when you're doing something you really care about. You want to connect to what you do, right?
Exactly. Well, I know this tournament is going to be so much fun and a huge success, I'm sure. Thank you so much for everything you're doing in the community.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you for coming and talking to us about it.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.